those shooters, loaders, and casters. I wish y'all could see in the back room back there. All these guys kind of giving a jig to that cool song we got going on. So hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope everybody's looking forward to a happy and prosperous and healthy New Year. CW, how was your Christmas? How was your week?
Christmas was good. Christmas was real good. Went to visit some friends and family. Got to a couple of places. Ate too much food. Had a good time. Real good time. Weather's been up and down. We had some super, super cold, and we had a little bit of warm beginning of last week. Crazy. But it's been right at single digits, 10 degrees past couple mornings. That's kind of rough. Hillbilly, how have you been doing?
That's cold.
Oh, brother, I just been doing really good. Just enjoying the holidays with family and friends, and just having a good old time. Weather's not been the best, but hey, it could always be much worse. So I'm grateful for weather. At least it's not terrible. But yeah, just having a great time, enjoying the holidays. It's I just look forward to them so much, and I also look forward to Friday nights here with Georgia Shooting Connection and this awesome side chat that's going on out there. So anyway, thank you for having me. Gene, what are you up to, buddy?
Oh, about 5'11" and a half. Had a good Christmas. Got some nice stuff. Got me a new chair. Yes. The other chair was beat to death. But thanks for having me on tonight. Got a couple cool things for What's Hot Pot Got. And, man, let's get on with the show.
Six, how was your week? How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was good. We had a good Christmas. Everybody was happy with what they got and stuff. And been raining here on and off pretty bad. I think Christmas Eve it was raining really bad. Christmas Day was okay. It flooded here yesterday. We had a tornado about 50 miles south of us here.
Wow.
Just crazy weather. Today was a nice, beautiful day. Supposed to rain tomorrow. So trying to get stuff done in between when I can. So that's about all I've done. So how about you, Kentucky Rimfire?
Well, I'm healing up from Saturday, and got out today and shot some challenges and done pretty good with that. Posted a couple this evening. Got a couple more that I've been working on. If the weather's nice, I may get out tomorrow and shoot too. I got a new rifle to try out, and just glad to be here on a Friday night. We had a good Christmas. Had a good time with the family and friends, and just glad to be here with you guys. What about you, Walter?
You didn't run out and buy you one of your 50 cal muzzleloader pistols, did you?
I hear they kick something fierce.
Yeah, like a mule.
I'm just so glad you're okay, brother. Man, I felt for you. I still
Blood
have
trail starts here.
Meat in the freezer.
All right. Well, we're doing good over here on the left side at Casa de Viejo. Kind of rainy day today. I went to the range and got some shooting in between showers done. And what else we got going on around here? Christmas is different for me this year. I mean, Christmas is Christmas no matter what's going on, right? That's the celebration of Jesus' birthday, and it doesn't matter who you're with or where you are. That still has the same meaning. But anyway, the family was scattered for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so we're actually getting together tomorrow. So I got road trip to do tomorrow, and all the littles will be there, the nieces and nephews and sons and daughters and grands and great grands, and the whole shebang will be there. It'll be a mess is what it'll be. it's always fun. So yeah, it's kind of what's going on. We got some changes I'll tell you about later happening at my bench, and we're going to do some things a little bit different for at least the first part of 2025. So kind of looking forward to some of that. But other than that, I'm sliding along on Grease Grooves here. So Dr. Zink, the Zinc Master, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, I'm on the right side of everybody. You're all left of me. So, yeah, we were good. We had a little dusting for Christmas Eve, but no snow yet. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. Weather's been cold. I've just been casting up a storm, getting everything set for loading up all the goodies for next year. Been priming brass, 1,000 rounds of 39 millimeter primed, 1,000 rounds of 38s primed. 30-06, they didn't shoot much this year, so I don't have to prime any of that. During a blackout, a few hundred rounds I have to redo, load up to put me back in stuff. I didn't shoot much this year. And 223, same thing. I didn't really reload any or shoot much of that at all this year, so I didn't have to do all that prep. But as of now, I'm primed up and everything I need to go. So now we sit down and start reloading. So that's about it. Hope everybody on the side chat had a great Christmas. And that's about it.
Very good. Very good. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight, and don't have to be nothing profound or anything like that. But y'all saw the email when I sent your links. I just wanted to take some time and reflect on some lessons we've learned over the course of the year, and hopefully we don't forget them and have to relearn them over and over and over, and which we do. And I'm talking about philosophically, or as far as shooting and reloading and all that, that's all fair game too. So, and I'll start. One thing that I've learned is, we just come through Christmas, and I've got a 9-year-old granddaughter that lives here with us, and Christmas is about stuff for her, and she's at that age where Christmas needs to be about stuff for her, but it also needs to be about what Walter said about we're celebrating Jesus's birthday. Now, you get to a certain age, and Christmas ain't about stuff no more. And I think Six touched on that a little bit, but y'all can, to me, it's more about reflecting on what Jesus did for us, time that we spend with our family, and we don't get together with family like we used to. I mean, it's a different world now. I mean, it's a rat race, and we like Walter said, we his family scattered all over, and all of my family, like my sisters and their kids and stuff, they live close by and all, but we don't see each other like we ought to. But we do get together for the major holidays like Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. But the thing I learned is it's about Jesus, and it's about the time that we can spend with our family. And because you never know, this is my first Christmas without my dad, so maybe I'm just a little too reflective. So y'all go ahead. Anybody got anything? What'd you learn this year? Go, Walter.
Turn your microphone on, Walter.
Click. There we go. it's a lot about what Jamie said. It seems like it's getting more and more difficult to um, stay as close to family in particular that we would like to, but it's also about friends. And I find myself, and this is one of those things Jamie said, that you have to kind of relearn and remind myself to reach out and talk to my friends. And it sometimes that you get busy and you get into I'll call it a rut, but it's you start going through life on radar and doing the same thing every day, day in, day out, and friends, that stuff starts to seem to drift out of focus a little bit for me anyway. So I got to tell myself to, hey, stop what you're doing. You haven't talked to Tommy in 4 weeks, and he lives a half a mile from me. And so I reached out to him and I texted him the other day. I said, "Hey, what are you up to?" And he sends me this picture and his face all cut to ribbons and blood running down his face. He says, "This happened to me last week," and he had a incident in his kitchen. He passed out. He's younger than me. Hit the edge of the sink going down, and he was in the hospital. I'm going, doggone. I said, I should have been keeping in better touch with him. His daughter lives 200 feet from me. And what is wrong with you, Bunning? Get out there. And so I start getting in touch with my friends anyway. So that was a lesson that I've had to learn before and apparently didn't learn it well enough. You don't hear from friends, well, maybe there's something up with them too, and so I started thinking, well, Tommy hadn't heard from me, probably didn't know whether I'm dead or alive at this point. My age and my, position in life is tenuous at best at this stage of the game. So yeah, you got to make yourself think about talking with your friends and make the effort if they haven't. So get out and get that done. So that was one thing related to shooting and reloading. I learned that I really like Bisley Blackhawks. I got a half a dozen other Blackhawks. None of them were Bisley. So I bought this 44 special Ruger Bisley Blackhawk, and that frame fits me so much better than the standard Blackhawk. And I never had one, so I didn't know. I'm going through life stupid all this time. So now I'm on a quest now.
It's more than just the frame too. The trigger's different. The hammer's different.
Yeah, it's all different, and
it's a different feel. It's a nice feel.
And this one is 44 special, and then try to find a 44 special revolver in California anyway, and you got to work at it. This was a distributor exclusive from Lipsy's that I managed to get a hold of one, and they put one out in 41 mag too, and I haven't been able to get one of those yet, but I'm working on it. So anyway, that was one thing that I learned. I'm not going to buy any more standard Blackhawks. If I get any more Blackhawks, they're going to be Bisleys. I really like it. And the other thing that I learned is another one of those things I got to keep teaching myself over and over and over again. And I had just put out a video talking about that Frankfurt Arsenal and teledropper, and how I handle it and manage it and how to set it up. And I said, and the very last thing, you clean all your powder out, and you don't forget to turn that valve off, because if you don't remember to shut the valve off, then guess what you're going to do. And so guess what I did yesterday? I had about 375 grains of unique all over my bench, and I just like, nobody saw that, did they? Did anybody get that on film? Gosh sakes, I was so irritated.
If it's not on video, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know.
I
so
did
anyway,
more than once, and I keep a hopper under there now. I can't.
Oh, I know. Yep, you got to put something there. Anyway, so I probably will do it again, and I'll probably slap my own self silly for doing it. But
like decide if you have it closed, and then use like some nail polish and put a red dot on the top, and that's got to be up for it to be good to go.
Yep. So anyway, there's that. All right, I'm done. Who else got some good stuff?
Yeah, exact same thing happened to me a few years ago. I lost a good friend of mine that I went to I went to grade school with him, and he passed away. I talked to his niece, and no idea. And that got me thinking about exactly what Walter was saying. You're not hearing from friends. They may be in situations or You don't know. So now I've got a circle of people. A couple of them are included right here on this panel that get a good morning every morning, just to stay in touch with them, make sure everything's good. And sometimes we talk every other week. Sometimes we talk once a month, but we say good morning every morning pretty much. And it's, things change as you get older, and you need to stay in touch with the people that are important to you.
Absolutely.
Well, my dad's mom was the glue that held Christmas together. So when she passed away, the Christmas gatherings have never been the same. Then I got married to my wife, and her mom was the glue, but we lost her mom 3 years ago, and then 19 years later we lost her grandpa. So that was a tough end of the year. It was right before Christmas. So we've always got that to think about when Christmas rolls around. And then now I'm dealing with my dad battling cancer, and I don't know how much longer I got him. They can't tell us, but as a child growing up, you think you got these people for the rest of your life, and then realization hits you. You don't. And the older you get, it seems like the more they fall off. So time is very important because you can't get it back.
Yep.
And as far as shooting and reloading, loading pistol. For anybody that don't know why I shot a deer Saturday, and this mark on my nose is because of that pistol.
The thing just jump up and bit you.
It did more than bit me. I ain't been punched that hard since high school, hillbilly.
Yeah, but you should have seen the other guy.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I think my grandma, I remember her telling me, said, the older you get, the more funerals you go to, so don't ever get easy. Yeah. But I'll say some things I have to keep relearning myself. For one, no matter how many times you try and how old you get and how good you get, you cannot always time the pulse on electric fence. So just quit touching it and quit trying, because you're never going to be perfect. And so, but yeah, I think for me, something that I try to consciously, relearn every day, or not relearn, remind myself, is always being thankful for everything I got. And, trying to consciously, as I go out through the day, makes at least one person's day better. And then choose my words before they come out of my mouth, especially when I'm talking to my wife, because those can definitely have counteractions. So yeah,
That's another thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna wait till later. Hopefully, she'll go to sleep. And
oh, man. But yeah, I think
That gets
that's
you smacked with a wooden spoon, hillbilly.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's about the most that I have to relearn every day, it seems like, or keep working on. But yeah, just being thankful.
We have
That's
a
a big.
sighting.
all right,
Yep. We back up there quite a ways. We got to get to this. You ready?
ready when you are.
Here we go. On 3, 2, 1. Hey! Hit it, Gene.
West Coast weirdo.
Hi, Mario. I love it.
We got there's Mario and Boomstick's out there.
Yeah. The rebels over there in the side chat.
Yeah, he ain't feeling good. I ain't
Yeah.
either. There's Walter Coates. I guess that's Walter.
Yep. We got the preachers out there too.
Preacher's
Day
Day Off is out there. The Texas Outlaw Michael Sines is over on the Rumble side. So good to see him. Good to have him back in the community, and Echo as well. Good times. Gene, what have you learned? Anything?
Still learning patience, especially with trying to teach somebody something. My patience wears thin very quickly, and I always have to step back and remind myself that I didn't know these things at one time, and someone was gracious enough to teach me these things, no matter what they are, any type of lesson in life or just anything in general. Still working on it. Very hard. It's frustrating sometimes.
I think the best way to wrap that up in a word would be pride, right, Gene? Yeah, we let ourselves get in the way of doing good sometimes. Six, you
Yeah.
learned anything you want to tell us about?
Oh no, not really. But I'm like the rest of y'all's. My parents came from a families of 9 or 10 people. In each family, and either our house was full of people or we were at somebody else's, aunt and uncle's house full of people all every year. And nowadays it's nowhere near that. So, my sister passed away a few years ago. My brother lives in Sheridan, Wyoming, and then her brothers both have such large families, they're moving around. You never know where they're at. So, but we enjoy ourselves here at home. So
Yeah, I know. Six. When my grandparents passed away, they were the rocks.
yeah,
And grandfather passed away, so grandma didn't want to do it anymore. So I stepped in. I was helping grandma do family dinners. After she passed away, I tried to do it a couple years in a row, and no one came.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it just fell apart.
That
Now it's
happens.
just me, myself, and I, and Christine, and her other halves.
Maybe you should have hired some dancing girls or something,
I just don't know how Six is sitting out there outside in that snow in a t-shirt though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's tough hombre. They grow up tough in Texas.
He's a
Mario bought a $29 Anderson AR lower just because. $29 Anderson AR lower is a good enough reason.
That's it, boy.
I paid less than that for mine.
Wow.
I didn't have to spend for shipping or anything because Primary Arms is not very far from me.
Wow.
And the truth comes out.
I think I paid $25 for mine.
Can't hardly go out to lunch for that anymore.
We were talking
I
about that.
probably spent more money on toll roads to get around there to it than I did for the pistol itself or the lower itself.
We're talking about that this week at one of my favorite gun stores. He said one of the things that perturbs him the most is, which he don't care. I mean, he's making money off of it because he gets a FFL transfer fee, but people buys lowers at $39 or $29, then they pay shipping, and then they pay a transfer fee. And he would have sold them a lower out of the store for $40. So
Yep.
by the time you add the fees to it, you could have bought it
Yeah, it's just
locally.
if it wasn't for me being able to drive around there to it, I wouldn't have bought it. You know, it's just too much by the time you pay all those fees.
But now $29 shipping and the fee, you probably come out all right.
I sent Abigail some good bullets. I sent her 100 30 caliber Nosler, 180 grains to start with.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Bulldog's funny.
That's cold right there, Bulldog. When that smoke will freeze up on you like that. Tommy Boy's here.
Good deal.
Walter says he can't believe how prices have jumped up on reloading supplies, but we've been seeing them come down on our side.
I've been seeing primers come down.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot all at once, but kind of steadily. You know, like come down from 110 to 70. I'll say, you know, kind of on average what I see.
We're seeing between 4 and 5 cents a piece. It's shot.
No, that's good. Yeah. In fact, I bought some from the shop. Some of the Argentinian ones, like they were when they were $45 a brick or something. It was pretty darn cheap, and they work well for me. I haven't had any problems with them.
I hope they work because I got a bag full of right here front, ready to go.
They'll be just fine. Long as you seed them well, they'll be just fine.
Six, you keep your brass out in the yard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeps it buried in the snow. It's freeze dried that way.
You got to keep them in a cool place, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, I fell down on my job getting Abigail's information to all of these folks.
Tommy Boy said he got my package today.
Oh, good.
Very good. Abigail, you really need some 48.95 in your life, dear, for 30-06. Okay, that's just my opinion. Somebody else might have a better one. Andy, anything you've learned over the year that you want to share with us?
No, you guys all pretty much touched it. It's like people are not in touch the way they used to be. My family fell apart years ago. I mean, it's just me and my brother. So, and me and my brother, it's not that we don't get along. We just don't. We got nothing in common. And he's out in the left field of the Democratic world, so we don't get along that way. So we if I don't call him, I don't hear from him. So I gave up. So otherwise, my local friends and stuff, people that I, see all the time, we're close, but they have their own families, so I'm not there for Christmas, obviously. But we usually get together and meet at a diner, a bunch of us, and have lunch together or whatever. But family wise, nothing. My wife's got nobody left either, so it's just me and her most of the time.
Yeah, he did, Colt. Thanks, Michael. So we got a lot of opinions out there. Colt, I'm sorry. Walter says that 4550 is better for OT6 or IMR 4831.
I still use 4064.
4064 is great too. And Tommy Boy says 4895 is the powder for 30-06. It was, from my understanding, it was formulated for the 30-06 cartridge. 4895 was what the military used for it in bulk, but I think that was for the M1 Grand loading, but I'm not sure. Or it might have been for that '03 or the 1917.
No, the Grand, I think, is you're right. That's the one you had to watch the pressure on.
Yeah. Crash. There's the answer. That ram shot tack works really well in 35 Remington. And I think the reason it does is because it's so close to the 308. So it's time for us to call out the side chat.
I got something in mind.
Go for it.
A lot of us have talked about keeping in touch with our friends. So let's just put in friends. Maybe that'll help us remind our own selves.
And they're off the page.
I love it. We got
go.
such a good crew out here.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get through this. Yeah. I'll show that while we're doing that. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. 4064 was one of the first powders I bought when I started reloading. So Walter come up with friends. So obviously he was first, and he's on the panel. So is Andy 79Z28. So is Reloading from the Hot Pot. So is CW Longshot. We got Abigail Finnegan's out there. Walks Fletcher, Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies is also on the panel. Paul Loud. Colt 1927, Crash. Abigail Finnegan. Hasbro is out there. Dwayne 7834, Edward Petty. Walks Fletcher, Bobby Barlow, GGW Outdoors. Vanessa Kitty. Hey, Miss Kitty. Dale Pogue, Tactical Fud. Andre D'Angelo. Rollis Carvelis, the Gun Genius. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. Gizzard Gary is out there. Tim S. Floridian. Hasbro. Old One Guy. Yukon 454. Edward Petty. James Pollard. Tim S. Mike Hester, 6-shooter Texans on the panel. Tommy Boy, Tim S. I'm repeating myself. Papa's Place. Ozzy Osbourne's out there. Bama Dad's out there. And Hillbilly Up's on the panel. Preacher's Day Off says he ain't left yet. Probably. And I think that's all.
Got Mock. Did you catch him?
Mike is in here. Mike says I got the same crap he's got. Tim S. I'm not, but I used to have some of my granddad's. And I think we're up to date.
Glenn Davis joined us.
Who?
Glenn Davis.
There he is. So yeah, Preacher Walter Davis collects old pocket knives.
I got a few. I still carry my grandpa's Uncle Henry jackknife every day.
You can still get those. I was
Yeah.
shocked when I went to buy some went to look at some case double X's, and I can't. My granddaddy always carried a Schrade or an old timer or an Uncle Henry, and on rare occasions one of those case double X. But boy, the cases, case and bucks both are.
Yep.
That's
I was
weird.
looking at a case for a friend of mine. And it's like, no,
I
not
still
worth
have
that.
little cases, charades, bucks, and also a couple Barlows, 2-bladed Barlow. I don't know. Growing up, I thought the Barlows were ugly for some reason, but I
Yeah,
like
they
them
are.
now a little bit better. But
I've got one from my granddad, and it's in pretty sad shape, but I've got it.
I got a Barlow twin blade my great uncle gave me when I was about 5 years old. I keep it in like a little keepsake box.
Walter Davis is carrying a buck 110.
good one. That's just good all around that.
Yeah, Mike, I reckon we ain't got gun dealer money, buddy. We work for a living.
Jamie, you remember these little commemorative knives that used to say, like, this one said Coca-Cola on it, actually.
Oh, cool.
But my uncle gave me this when I was 5 years old.
That's bone handled too, ain't it?
The name wore off of it, but that.
I got a few single blades that had printed on them. One of them's like MFA, which around here was a feed store and stuff. And then Purina dog chow.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you want to talk about modern knives, man? Gizzard Gary's your guy.
Right.
There you go. Yep.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, nice.
Just bought these a few months ago. It was $125 for the set.
Oh, wow.
Man,
That's
Case
nice.
double X.
are
They're
those
beautiful.
bucks?
Case.
Case?
Yep.
Those are pretty nice, man.
There's another good brand I ain't heard nobody mention.
Don't know that I've heard of that one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. What brand is that? I guess I missed it when you held it up there.
Chad, what brand was that time?
A hen and rooster.
That was the one you took out of that little box.
Yeah.
Henry.
Crash says he likes Kershaw.
Yeah.
So Mock MCK is asking for prayers for his cousin. So let's be in prayer for that. Yeah, they last a long time. When you take care of them, you don't lose them. There's Artac.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, brother? Look at that. Hold on a minute.
Canoe. Case canoe.
I'll be darned.
Ain't that sweet?
I got a drawer full of knives.
I got a box full of them, so don't make me go get them. I won't be doing that half the night, because then for the next week, the whole time I'm off, I'll be sharp.
People buys me knives all the time, and I just put them away because the only thing I'm allowed to carry to work is a hawk bill. So
Yeah.
I've carried a hawk bill for 20 years.
You can't carry a knife at work?
A hawk bill.
Oh, okay.
For skin and wire, I can't use anything other than a hawk bill.
Walt says he don't lose knives. Not possible for him.
I carry this one also on my pocket. It's a Cobra Tech. This is cool. Watch. It's a utility blade.
Out the front utility knife.
Yep.
That can come in handy.
Very
Hopefully
nice.
that
I like
thing's
that.
Got a lock on it.
It's got a safety on it. If it comes out and hits something, it'll stop.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to test it, but
Yeah.
mention the coolest knife.
Yep, there you are.
Need one more color, Hillbilly.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at those.
Which one you missing?
The multicolor.
The multicolor, yeah.
Yep. I got this one today. And I can't even remember what chat I wanted in.
Yeah, I think some stuff's going to be coming out after getting to the places after the new year, because I watched some of the shipping. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's not even moved. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the FedEx drivers today, and they're running 2 men to a truck. They got so
Wow.
much crap to deliver.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something else that I've learned, and I'll preface this by saying that I am a married man. I understand the fact that being a married man, a stopped watch, a clock that stops, is right at least twice a day, and that's more often than married men are allowed to be right. Correct? But
That's what I hear.
one thing I've learned, and I addressed this slightly with Gene, and it's a pride thing. I think sometimes just knowing that you're right is enough. In other words, I don't think that it's imperative to let the other person know that they're wrong all the time. You know, does that make any sense? I probably could have said that better, but
Patience.
huh?
Patience.
And pride, patience, and pride. Yeah, you don't have to let other folks know that you're right and they're wrong every single time you have a conversation. And I got to do better with that. And our job as uh, men is to lift each other up, not to beat each other down. And I need to do better with that. And that's somebody asked for a major New Year's resolution. Of course, mine is the same as it is every year, and that's to lose weight. But that's one thing I'm really going to work on is pride and patience. Yeah, Ozzy, you're right. Pick your battles. You know, we get to decide what hill we're going to die on. And if we look at it like that, you know, sometimes it's fine just to know that you're okay. You're right. You're right. Okay. I'm right. I just don't have to tell the other person that he's wrong. And see, the flip side of that is if somebody is doing something that you know is dangerous and you don't tell them not to do that, then it's probably your fault when they hurt themselves. But you know, just yeah,
I forgot that I got me a little knife deal today that's for Christmas.
check that out.
It's not really a knife. They call it a screw knife or an 1873 unjammer. Kind of hard to see it in that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
that's a jam clearing tool, ain't it?
Yeah, they call it a screw knife because you can unjam an 1873 with it, or you can tighten screws with it.
Thank you, preacher.
Got an antler handle on it.
I like it. I like that.
I
Preacher
can't
said
wait
it.
to get that knife I won the other night from Garage Guy. That thing was sweet.
Yep. Oh, preacher said it so much better than I could. Look, we got somebody coming in the back door. What's up, Mark?
Hello. Thanks for having me. Sorry I'm a little bit late. We had a real nice dinner after a long day of special airsoft. So if if I don't last forever, just close me down.
That's what I say. You know what
We're
comes
glad
after
you're
dinner.
here.
Yep.
So, how was Christmas?
Wonderful. We had a very nice Christmas. It was just the three of us here. Very quiet and peaceful. We had a wonderful dinner, a little bit of gift exchange, and just sat and enjoyed that tree that I put up that I posted a little bit of, the train underneath it was something that my father-in-law had given my son a few years ago, and he passed away last summer, so that was a little special extra something under the tree this year.
Well, we've been going through the room talking about something that we've learned over the year, and maybe it's stuff we have to keep relearning and this, that, and the other. But sorry. Anything that you've learned that you would feel like sharing with us, man?
Well, sure. You're not that important. A lot of other things are family, friends, keeping things peaceful. So sometimes you just got to let that ego go. Don't worry about fighting about stuff, and make everything smooth and calm.
You've been watching, hadn't you?
No, it just got on.
That's pretty much what I've been talking about.
Good stuff, buddy.
Absolutely. Gene, your devices are not connected, brother. We'll pop you back in here as soon as you. He's probably getting ready for his segment, which means I need to go get this stuff ready for him as well.
I just can't gave a hi everyone over there in the side chat. Sorry if I didn't get to respond to you individually. There was just too many of them that happened too quickly. I can't type that fast. So thanks for the welcome, everyone. Just nice to be here.
Yeah, it is. There you go, preacher.
Yeah, I like that. Good
I
one.
like that too.
Don't kick me off for a minute. They put me in timeout.
Uh-oh. Is that Christine gal? She's sneaking around pulling the plugs out behind your back and stuff?
I think so. He's supposed to be hiding back here in the corner. Get out of there.
MCK says Mark with a C.
He's unique.
So yeah, the topic went better than I expected. Thank y'all for playing along. And Texas outlaw Michael Sines made 3 cheese tortellini with venison meatballs.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, there's a mouthful of wisdom right there. I know a lot of people, but have 2 or 3 true friends. Guns and Waters at work tonight. That ain't no good.
CW's a true friend. He said I could come and eat off his smoker anytime I wanted. Mm-hmm.
There's a girl who's done some catfish scanning.
Yeah, Mike Hester, my friend, brings a backhoe.
Do what? Yeah. A true friend. I get it.
Well, they say you never call your best friend to get you out of jail because if he's your best friend, he'd be in there with you.
Yeah.
Like Andy said, he brings the backhoe. Ample Bros, what's going on, brother? Good to see you out there.
Hey, buddy.
Let me see. Edward Petty, did you get Abigail's address? Let me see if I can take care of that.
Uh-oh, Preacher's got a lever gun video coming up. We'll look forward to that one, Preacher.
Is that the first one he's ever had?
I've never seen him with a lever gun. But doesn't mean he doesn't have one, but we'll look forward to that.
Two of them. Two lever guns.
Oh boy.
I did a lever gun video this week.
Do
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, you seen it? I shot it 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that.
Yeah. Testing those tight group bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Shot them through my 73.
Hillbilly got a lever gun for Christmas.
I sure did. Yep, I was even surprised with the trigger pull on that thing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was cool. Gene, are you ready, brother?
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can do this. It's time for What's Hot Pot Got?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Where? Oh, he's over
There
there.
he is.
Boom! I got a two-parter tonight. First thing is, this is brand new Arms Core 556 brass. And I have primed tens of thousands of these on the machine. These are the only two like this that I have found. And these do not have the primer pockets completed.
Check that out.
What?
Yeah, it just happens in the production of the brass itself. but these are the only 2 out of tens of thousands I've found that got through their quality control, which is pretty good because I deal with a lot of Starline, I deal with Troy brass, I deal with a lot of Arms Core, and I see common things all the time with all of them except for Arms Core. Just thought I'd share that. Little mess ups I run into.
What cartridge are those?
Those are 5.56.
Okay.
And they are brand new. But featuring tonight, I have this here. You have to focus in there. It is a 7.5 by 55 Swiss. Cool looking rifle cartridge.
Yes, sir.
Boxer primed. So, I'm going to give you a little history on this. If you don't know about it, you're going to know here in just a minute. The 7.5 by 55 millimeter Swiss is the cartridge developed for the Swiss Army. It originated from the Rapoctroni 1890, developed 1890, 7.5 by 53, developed in 1889 by mechanical engineer Lieutenant Colonel Edward Rubin for rifles based on Rudolf Schmidt's action design. The 7.5 by 55 Swiss GP11 cartridge is smaller in appearance to the slightly smaller 7.5 by 54 French round, though the two are not interchangeable. This cartridge was put into service in 1911 and is available still today. It's been in World War I, armed neutrality, World War II, armed neutrality, and 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The ballistics on this cartridge here starts from a 130 grain, 150, 174, 180, and up to a 200. The velocity on the 130 is 3,000, and it drops to 2460 at the 200 grain. I also want to say thank you all very much for being participants in Republic Ammunition's inventory reduction. My boss wanted to thank you all very much. The winner of the membership already had an account, which my boss put a big smile on his face when he looked him up. He already got an account with us, already had purchased from us before, and that made him very happy. He actually kept messing up trying to type it in. He was kind of ecstatic about it, man. He was proud to give that away. So I want to thank everybody out there for supporting my employment and a great family I work for, Republic Ammunition.
That's so cool, man. That is so cool.
It is. But my pupils, that's what Hot Pot's got.
Thank you, Brother Gene.
Hey, before we get rolling, I'm going to bail out, guys. I got somebody coming early in the morning, so we'll catch you. Happy New Year to everybody if I don't see you.
Hey, good night, Andy. Farewell.
Good night, Andy.
Thanks
Happy
for
New
being
Year.
here, buddy.
Good night, Andy.
And it's raining pretty good here in the northwest area of Georgia. I can hear it coming down.
We're supposed to get it tomorrow. That's going to put a little bit of a damper, literally, on my muzzleloader hunting.
Keep the powder dry.
I hope it's not a pistol.
No, it may clear later in the afternoon, so I might get out for a little bit. It's that old Hawken 50 caliber.
Those are nice old rifles.
I love that gun.
Man, the weather here is not bad. It's not raining. We had rain today, but it stopped already. And right now it's 50 degrees.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
We got-
in OH10, believe that.
We got 49 and rain.
Yeah, we're going to have rain tomorrow too.
Good night, Walter. Walter Davis is heading out. So happy New
All
Year,
right, Walter.
Walter.
Night, Walter.
It just hit me that this is the last show of the year for us.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when we see all you nice folks again, it'll be next year. Of course, then it won't be next year because next year then will be 2026.
26.
I'm confused.
Today is tomorrow's yesterday.
Now my head hurts now.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, stop looking in the rearview mirrors. You already been there.
Yeah. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog says it's 68 and raining in Louisiana. Preacher's Day Off says 50 here and drying out after a big rain. Abigail, 66 and clouds. You got rain coming, dear. Colt, 1927, we have snow covering on the ground. How about that? Mock says 55 and raining here too. Vanessa Kitty, rain, snow, freezing rain through Monday. That don't sound like no fun. Mike Hester says Smith Rubin rifles are awesome. Those Swiss rifles, they made some good stuff, man. Those Swiss made some very accurate shooters. Tommy Boy says you can use 284 Winchester brass on that 675 Swiss. A simple neck up is all that is needed. It's what you had to use a long time ago was there was no brass available to reload. Papa's Place has rain all day, severe storms tomorrow in southern Mississippi. I know Georgia Tech was playing Vanderbilt in Memphis, and they had to stop the game because of thunder and lightning. There's Bulldog. There's Tread. What's going on, brother? James Pugh, 61. He's in Pennsylvania. Papa's Place, 67. And Tommy Boy, 48. Rain and fog in eastern Iowa. You guys are awesome. CW about to freeze to death. UConn 454 has a Smith Rubin. First brass I made was 284 win. No, Fred, I'm nothing extraordinary. I just settle under the surface.
So you don't fit today's weather women.
None of those.
Now, come on, Six.
Like this.
Six, your neighbors are sneaking up behind you. Yeah, I can see them through your window.
Yeah, you want to turn around and shoot a couple of them.
You can shoot them. I ain't.
You don't hunt hogs.
It's not a hog.
What is it? A javelina?
Yep.
What's the difference?
Different
Mhm.
species.
Different species. Javelina is not even a hog. It's in the porcupine family.
Golly, man. Good thing I ain't a hog or a javelina, ain't it?
There's people that eat them, but you got to put a clothespin on your nose.
I reckon so.
They stink.
Dang, Mark. Rebel ain't got the legs for it. See, you don't know that. And I'm glad you don't. Preacher's Day Off said he's ready for some cold. We haven't had any yet.
You can take all mine.
Yeah, they're getting hammered up in Connecticut. And Ricky's even colder than CW. When it starts getting a negative in front of the number, it's too cold for a Georgia boy. Paul Loud says it's 28 here in Maine, going into a warm spell for New Year's. And Michael Sines says javelina is good eating.
Told you some people eat them.
Yeah. Tread loaded up some 44 Magnum yesterday and today. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, there's a big bench of ammo there to go blast away out of that Winchester.
Yeah. 175 of them.
Off topic, but I bought a raffle ticket day before yesterday and one of the local gun shops. $40, and they're giving away a gun a week, and your name never comes out of it.
Wow.
So you can win however many times. If they keep rolling your name, you win that firearm of the week. And the first one they're doing, it's the first week of January. They're pulling the first one, and it's a Henry 44 mag.
Pawn shop I use for transfers, they've been having raffles. They've been sending me texts. I ain't never got nowhere to buy any tickets though.
So, oh no, that's a tragedy.
Oh,
I hope you're able to recover it.
They gave away a SIG P236,
Whoa.
a Rossi 3030, and a Kimber Bryco 9.
Look at that. Tread, we see, spilled about 2/3 of a pound of 2400. And then we get 4, 5, 6 comments down. Preacher's Day Off found a case of Varget and a case of IMR 3031.
holy cow.
Tucked away 2 years ago.
That's a retirement plan right there.
Yeah, you ought to think about selling that Varget. Last I seen, it was about $80 a pound, man.
3031 was probably about 40 something 2 years ago, and now it's up over $60.
Yeah, I've forgotten to tighten the powder measure bolts.
Huh.
Dale Pogue loaded up 45 Colt today. Buries 200 grain hollow points. Dale Pogue loves his Henry. There's Cyclops Videos Joe W. Ray. Welcome in, buddy.
Hello, Joe.
Hope you had a Merry Christmas, brother.
Found a can of Norma 203B back behind all my other powders on my shelf. I'm gonna tuck that in some 308.
Yeah.
I don't remember buying it. Had a price tag on it, like $30, $32. You said IMR 3031 he found?
Do what?
He said he found IMR 3031.
Yeah.
We got it for $53 a pound.
Wow.
Not bad.
And if you're a member, it's free hazmat.
Look at that.
$69 for 33. Wow.
Mm.
Our Varget is 51. Our 3031's 53. 52.99.
I like that 3031 and 32 special.
Well, we'll be waiting to see that video. There's my brother, Ricky Baird. Ricky, I got something for you from Mr. Gene from the Hot Pot. Remind me when you get home.
It was a dual care package. We got ram shot tack for 40, Jamie.
Do what?
We got ram shot tack for 40.
Yeah, you need to get you some of that.
We probably got 50, 60 pounds of it.
Look at that mess. Blue Dot for $69 a pound.
Ouch.
Reloader 22 is $74, I believe.
The only reloader we have is 10X and 7. And it's pricey.
Yeah, 10X is that's pretty much a 223 5.56 powder, isn't it?
Which one is that, James?
10X, reloader 10X.
Yeah. all the smaller cases, the PPCs, the 223s, 5.56, and
Yeah, stuff's just getting out of hand almost. I've got 5 or 6 pounds of Varget that I probably bought 7 or 8 years ago, and I loaded in my 223, like on the once a year when I go shoot that stuff. So it'll last me a long time. But I just went and looked, and there was no prices on it. I must have bought it, online or something. Had a case of it shipped or something when I bought it.
Wow, man, these prices are unbelievable.
Yeah, it's nuts. And some of our stuff, it doesn't matter what the price used to be, because you can't find it. Like 2400, that's one of my favorite powders, and can't find it anymore. not there.
I asked the boss about it, and he called everybody he knows, and no one had any.
Yeah, they're just not making it, I would guess.
What's that? Which one is that?
2,400.
Yeah.
I got about a half a pound left. Is all I got.
That's about where I am right now. So I'm hoarding that. I don't know why. I might as well shoot it, but
If you just load it up and get rid of the container, you won't think about it anymore.
yeah, you got something
You
there.
know, just do it up.
I used some of it the other day and loaded those 44 specials with it.
I got H110 and not my favorite, but it works.
Ooh,
Yeah. I think we can all get a big amen to that. Bring back 3 cents.
Yes, sir. Said a mouthful right there, preacher.
there's a nice comment from Paul Loud, Jamie.
Ooh,
That would be good news.
yes, sir. I like Trail Boss. I used to use it a lot in 4440, and some lightweight rounds for 45 Colt. Good powder. Smells funny.
I seen on a Australian cowboy action shooting Facebook page that they had some.
I can only imagine if we start seeing it imported over here from Australia that it's going to be pricey.
Yep.
Accurate number 9 is about the best replacement for 2,400. Luckily, I have an unopened 5-pound jug of it yet.
Yeah, I got a couple pounds of number 9 too.
I hadn't gotten any. I might look for that next time I go to store.
We got it in stock.
Yeah, it has remained available. It's been expensive around here, but
been available every time I go to my local store.
Well, there you go, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that old powder as long as it don't smell bad. We got any reloading lessons that we've learned this year?
no, let's see. Beyond the normal stuff.
Besides remembering to turn your powder drop off before moving it.
That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we're talking about the prices of powders over there.
Right.
That's when you're looking for a funnel.
Yeah. Tread's going to try to sift all the garbage out of his and reuse it. I don't blame him. I would too.
I don't know why I like Unique so much. Unique, I guess I've used Unique since I started reloading, and it's gotten hard to find also. And it's dirty and stuff, but I still like that stuff, and I've got a reasonable supply of it right now. But I keep thinking maybe I shouldn't be blowing so much of that stuff down the tubes either.
I've got 1.5 pounds of it, 2.5 pounds of it.
I think I've got close to 15 pounds of it. Should last me a long time.
Colt 1927. Same goes for shotgun pellets. Abigail, the best thing to do is find a powder that you like and that you can work with, and buy those 4, 5, or 8 pound jugs. And the best way to buy it is from a local store. And that kind of goes back to what Six you Texan was talking about earlier tonight uh, about that buying a lower and paying your transfer fee and your shipping, and your hazmat is going to be equal to the transfer fee when you're buying a gun like that. Um,
Yeah, but she's got free shipping now, don't she?
Hold on one second. You going to tell us good night, Chad?
Okay. Good night, Chad.
Happy New Year, brother.
Yeah, I'm jumping off.
All right.
Wife's off work and I'm off work, and we're gonna watch a movie. So
Good night.
anyways,
Happy New Year's.
while I'm off, I'm going to shoot as many challenges as I can and edit as many videos as I can, and I'll try to get them out there as quickly as possible. Got a couple new challenges that dropped today. Country Rimfire he put out a New Year's challenge, and No Pro dropped a New Year's challenge. So I guess I'll try my hand at those. And then I'm still trying to kill Frosty, or save Frosty.
All that. All right,
But,
man.
You guys enjoy your evening.
You too. Happy New Year.
You too.
Good night.
Enjoy the movie.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. You don't want to look at me. If you can avoid it.
Colt's going to run as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Tread. Buy that 1 pound first and test it out, see if you like it.
Yeah. And then, exactly. I've always done it that way. If you don't like it, doesn't work for you, then you haven't wasted, money on 5 or 8 pounds of it that you got to try to, figure out something to do with it.
Keep that 1 pound can to refill with. It's easier to work. And then store that 4 or 8 pounder away, nice, cool, dark place.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think a lot of us do. I call it my working container, the 1 pound jar. That's what's at my bench, and the rest of it, the bigger jugs are indoors.
The only powder I bought a lot of at one time was 800X. I can use it for 45 ACP, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 12 gauge. So
Yeah, it's not available anymore, is it? Didn't they quit making that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone.
But so many of the powders are versatile, and what she's using for shotgun may be versatile for 30-06.
Probably not. But in her pistol loads too, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 700X, I use a lot of that. And Blue Dot.
I'm just saying there's so much versatility between powders.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Some of them you can use for all sorts of stuff. While we were talking about Unique, it's basically a shotgun powder, but boy, we use it for all kinds of stuff.
And what Tommy Boy says right there is kind of my motto. I kind of start in the middle and go both ways at once. So rarely do I get up to top charges.
Yeah, I'm guilty of staying away from max charges just because recoil is really starting to affect my wrists, and I just got to be careful with what I take to the range. If I take 44 mags to the range and shoot more than about 2 wheels full of it, I'm done for the rest of rest of the week. Yeah, I don't load them too hot anymore. 11 grains of unique and a 44 mag is about all I'm going to do.
.4350 is my go-to, James Pugh, on 6.5 Creedmoor. But you're talking about versatile powders. There's Ricky Baird says almost all my handgun powder is shotgun powder. Paul Loud said 700X is discontinued too.
I didn't think it was.
I didn't think so either. But look at Preacher's Day Off, 3031. He has decent loads for all those cartridges right there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hodgson still has it on their website. It just shows out of stock.
George Boy 44 loves 3031 and 3030. So there's that. And I had pretty good results with it in 35 Remington as well. But yeah, Abigail, you're going to be, if you can buy it at a local store, not only are you supporting your local mom and pop store and shopping local, but you're also saving that shipping and the hazmat. So you can afford to pay more for it at a local store.
Mm-hmm.
And you still be saving money. There's World's good stuff, Preacher's Day Off. You're going to like that.
I haven't had a chance to use much of that. I got 1 jar of Clean Shot, and I have used some of that with good success. What's their Magnum powder? Ultimate Pistol? Is that what they call it?
Heavy pistol.
Heavy Pistol. Okay, I've been looking for that locally. I haven't been able to find any locally, but
Yeah, we
Right
have the Clean Shot and the Ultimate Pistol in stock. That stuff's hard to get.
Yeah.
Even from all the distributors we carry from.
yeah. That Clean Shot runs pretty well, and it does burn clean.
Yes, it does. I've got a really nice load for my cast 147s using 3.2, and I make power factor with it.
Yeah, good. That's an economical load.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 3.2, and I got 20, 25 pounds of it. I liked it so much. I shot 3 matches and didn't have to clean it.
And that's nice. Is that a plated 147 you're using?
Not cast.
Oh, cast. Okay. Even better.
Yeah. Plus, those barrels of lead come in from the police department. The Columbus, Ohio Police Department, in their shooting range, they've got a lead trap. And the deal, they made the deal. They said, if you're going to buy our brass, if you want our brass, you have to take our lead too. And they just give it to us. They don't charge us anything for the lead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're local, you can stop in. If you want to buy a couple 5-pound buckets of range scrap, you're welcome to it. That's scrap price.
Yeah, I'll be up there tomorrow.
Bring a pickup truck.
would be.
I'll load it with the forklift. I'll give you.
All right, we are past time for our verse of the week. Tread, I believe heavy pistol is more in the range of Winchester 296 and H110. It's not quite as fast as that, but it's getting close to it.
The heavy pistol's a slow burn. That's what people use to make major power factor for open guns. That stuff puts off a lot of gas.
Hmm.
A lot. If you're going to use heavy pistol, definitely recommend running something that's compensating to make it worth its while.
I use that in 357 Magnum and 44 Magnum, so
Yeah.
there ain't no compensating that. Anyway, this is the verse I picked out for the week because I wanted something to encourage y'all for the new year. Jeremiah 29:11, in which we all should be fairly familiar with. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. I think one thing that we need to bear in mind about this particular verse of scripture is that Jeremiah was known as the weeping prophet. He they hated him. They because he was telling them stuff like the things that were going to happen. Like they were all carried away captive and to Babylonia. King Nebuchadnezzar come and take them all away. But so most of Jeremiah's words spoke of judgment, and the people of Israel were deeply ingrained in idol worship, and God called them to repentance. Through Jeremiah, God also spoke to the Israelites exiled from Jerusalem, saying, I know the plans I have for you. At this point, they experienced a lot of hardship due to their idolatry and King Nebuchadnezzar's rule. God allowed these consequences without losing 1 ounce of love. Did you get that? God allowed these consequences without losing 1 ounce of love. Was this good? I bet they didn't think so. It didn't feel good. So the Hebrew word translated as plan also means thoughts, intentions, and purpose. When God says, I know the plans I have for you, he says that he knows what we don't know. God knows the big picture of all humanity from the beginning of time to the end. He knows how to cultivate good things and new growth even after decades of destruction and defiance. God knows the thoughts and intentions of his heart for us, which is always for restoration, for reconciliation. It is his intention to bring us closer to him, closer to his original design for our sake and for his kingdom. See, one of the things where we get mixed up is we let our idea of good overtake God's idea of good. And we seek good for ourselves in ungodly ways. But God tells us in this passage of scripture that he wants us to have peace and not evil. He wants us to have a bright future and a hope. And I think those are very good words for us to head into the new year on.
Yes,
Any
sir.
thoughts or comments?
Most excellent, Brother Jamie. Good words to take us into a new year.
See, God promises to forgive us of our sins, but he doesn't promise to remove us from the consequences of them. And I think the consequences of our sin is what when we repent, that's what we want, is for him to take us out of the situation that we're in. Well, that might be what we want, what we might think of as good, but it's not God's idea of good, because his idea of good is for us to love him as much as he loves us.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the midst of those consequences of decisions that we make when we know they're bad and we do them anyway, he never loses 1 ounce of love for us. It's kind of like us and our kids, only multiplied exponentially.
Yeah, and Jeremiah also in this same chapter, tells us not only that, what God wants for us, but he also brings it up that, hey, God knows that eventually you're gonna look for him, and he's saying, I'm gonna be there, and you're gonna offer your prayers up to me, and I'm gonna listen. That's what God is saying in here. So, God says he's gonna listen to us, and deliver us from evil, to quote another part of the Bible. But we gotta look for him. We gotta find him, and when we do, he's gonna bring us back.
Amen. Hey, Bill, you got something you want to add?
Man, you guys, you covered everything really good. I really don't know of anything to really stack on that right now. There, I mean, he just loves us no matter what. I mean,
It's where he is where our definition of unconditional love comes from, isn't he? Because we're not capable of it.
no, and I mean, it's so hard for us to really imagine in a way. I mean, I know this is a little different, but like you might have a dog or whatever, grew up with one, and you can scold that dog or whatever and walk out the door, but as soon as you walk back in the door, most usually that dog's just panting and happy to see you again. I mean, it's just, and it's even way more than we can imagine, that unconditional love, and more than what we could even give for our own children.
So we got Garage Guy 879 popped in to say howdy.
Hey, Mark, good to see you.
That's exactly right, kid.
There you go, preacher.
Abigail stepped away since she wanted to wash the lead and oil off her hands. When she gets back, I got something I want to show her about washing lead off of you. What I use.
Not supposed to lick it off, are
No.
No.
But look what it does to you. You want this? Makes you wear stupid hats and talk like a left coaster.
Say God always answers our prayers, Tread. Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes it's no, and sometimes it's wait.
Yeah.
I like this. Walks Fletcher, the only creature on God's green earth capable of unconditional love is a dog.
There's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah, there is.
Black lab.
There's Rich B. I didn't see you sneak in, Rich.
Rich got a question for Gene.
Yes.
Guys, I'm sorry. Let's start going through the room and get out of here. I'm hacking and I'm not very fun to be around right now. So we really need Abigail come back because Walter's got something to show her. So keep your eye out. And when we start saying our good nights, we always let Hillbilly up go first because he may have to jump off and go help Gizzard Gary over at the hen party. And go for it, brother.
Oh man. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on here. Always so much fun with a great panel and just an awesome side chat. Everybody out there is just so great. Um, we do have Guns Beer and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So if you're not doing anything, please come by and visit us there. And I do have a couple, of course, videos coming out. A few with shooting Hasbro's BB gun challenge. So I got a new Daisy for Christmas. So anyway, I'll be breaking that thing in, right, doing that challenge. And uh, we have our members, our VIP show on Tuesday nights, which is Christmas Eve. And we also fell on, we fell on Christmas Eve this year, and we're also falling on New Year's Eve. But I'm going to have to move that to the day before on a Monday because this was what we would call an off year on our Christmas for one side of my family. Every other year, uh, it gives time. Everybody comes here, and then the following year they might go to their spouses. If they live out of state or wherever. And so this year was a off year for Christmas. So even though a lot of us were there and enjoyed it, but we had some family members that was at the in-laws, this year for Christmas. So we'll be doing the uh, basically Christmas for them and everybody on New Year's Eve. So that's going to tie up my New Year's Eve. But I talked to Gizzard Gary, and he's going to actually do a show on New Year's Eve. So if you ain't doing anything for New Year's Eve, there will be something going on. And anyway, I sure appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Always feel blessed to be on here with all of you.
Well, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And I want to put this comment up. That's Edward Petty, guys. Y'all take his email down and just check on him every once in a while. So, yeah, Georgia Tech got hammered pretty good today by Vanderbilt. Navy beat Oklahoma. That's pretty cool. So, Navy also beat Army, and Army had a really good year for Army. So, Gene, what you got coming up, my brother?
Oh, well, you know what, brothers, sisters out there? It's been a wonderful 2024 spending my Friday evenings with my family here. You guys and just one or two others in my personal life are my family. So I love you all very much. I wish the best for you in life and your choices and all that's involved. I really do. It's been fun. Looking forward to 2025. But tomorrow I'm releasing the video of my Panzer M4 12 gauge shotgun. I think that comes on or 10 or around 10, 11, 12 o'clock, between 10 and 12. I forget when I set it for, somewhere around that time. A lot of fun making it. I tried a little bit of a different formatting. So if you see it, comment and let me know if you like the formatting, the way I structured it. If you don't, let me know and I'll try to change it up. Just trying to make things a little more pleasing and easy to watch than extending things out so far. I normally do like, I got this, the unboxing, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. I'm getting tired of extending it out like that. So I'm trying to do everything at once. But I wish everyone out there a blessed new year, filled with joy and happiness and positive things in your lives. So that's really all I got. Yep. Other than that, it's only once around the ride. So always remember to keep blowing that smoke.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate you, Gene. Thank you. Look forward to next year and what it's going to bring for us all. Mark Thomas, you want to go next?
Sure, why not? It has been a wonderful year. We've had some great evenings, good times. We've helped out some good friends like the Scotsman. Just love hanging out Friday nights. Good to see everybody. And I'm kind of like, there's only a couple other special folks in my life, and this is my my family, my friends. That little post here a couple seconds ago from James Pugh. He just hit 500 subscribers. That's fantastic. Awesome thing. That's good to hear. So, yeah, just looking forward to another great year for 2025. And we'll be hanging out the same, having fun, having good family and fellowship. So thanks for having me. Been a great evening so far, and hope everybody has a happy new year.
Thanks for being here, Mark. We appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Very nice comment by Preacher's Day Off. It's been nice to have him around again.
Good to see his videos coming up too.
Yeah. That's going to be cool too. So, Walter, you next?
Sure, I'll go next. I'll echo the sentiments that it was a good year with this outfit. You know, we had some hills and valleys to climb and up into and down out of or something in 2024, but we're looking forward to, I think, a brighter year starting here in a couple of weeks with a new regime that's running the show. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be exciting for sure. And I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about. I'm hopeful that the Second Amendment community is going to have some good stuff happening to them, despite, you know, the wishes of the other side. But anyway, it's always a good thing to be here on a Friday night. As we've all said, I look forward to it all week long, and it's just a great spot to be with a bunch of great folks that, you know, are all like-minded. As far as personally going on in the near future, we're going to do a little bit of a change here at the Viejo bench. For one thing, the range where I shoot is shutting its doors tight come Monday, and it might have a new regime come in and take over, but that's going to take a while. So I got to develop another place to go shoot. I'm also going to pull a Preacher's Day off on you and step back just a little bit on the video output. The 3 half-hour videos a week are getting to be too much, so I'm going to drop one of the other ones. I've got some other reviews and some other stuff to talk about besides the bullet casting and loading. So we'll have a little bit of a change of pace there. Other than that, I'm looking forward to 2025 and hanging out with all you all, and I think it's going to be a good thing for us. Yeah, that's what's happening here.
Thank you, sir. Who's next?
Six, what you got going on, buddy?
No, first I'll thank everybody for letting me be here this year. It's been fun coming on Friday nights with y'all. Got a couple things to do this week. I'm going to try to get the wife out and get her new pistols, let her shoot her new pistols. I'm hoping, I wish my birthday wasn't Sunday so I could go shooting. I hate going on the weekend to go shooting. So I'm going to either shoot Sunday or Monday for my birthday. And then may go in a couple more times before I have to go back to work. So hope everybody has a good New Year's, you know, have good prosperity and all that stuff. So what you got, CW?
Well, it's been good having you around. It's been a good welcome addition to the crew. I just want to, same as everybody else, you know, it's been a pretty good year. I want to thank you all for helping me get through it. It was a harder year, but we made it through, and better on the backside. So good seeing everybody, and great participation. We had a good chat tonight. Good participation in the side chat. Good seeing some people back, especially Preacher there. And I got a couple of videos coming up about contenders. I've been playing with those. I got a couple new optics, like you've been watching with 6. Liking those Burris scopes, so we got a couple of those, and hopefully the weather turns. We can get back out in the range here, but maybe a couple more months before we see any kind of that with any regularity, at least. So that's it. Just hope everybody has a great and safe New Year's. We'll see you on the flip side.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank all you guys on the panel. Y'all are what makes it a lot easier to do this. You guys on the side chat, you're the reason we gather every Friday night to share our time with you, and we're grateful that you decide to share some of your time with us. And thank you for making it a good year for us, and we hope we can do. Thank you, Preacher. We hope we can add some value and fun in your life and your time that you spend here with us. And other than that, man, dang, Happy New Year. We hope the Lord blesses y'all real good. If He's willing, we'll see y'all next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.